John Bentley.
What's up, CFO gang? It's your boy J Tuck. Cowboys up on a victory Monday. Yes, can you believe it, Cowboys fam? It's a victory Monday for us Dallas Cowboys fans. It's been so long, man, and it feels good. I know, Team Tank, I apologize. I know you're down right now. You had your Trevor Lawrence wigs out. You were so ready with your mock drafts. But hold on to that, man, because the Dallas Cowboys got a lot of football left. And to celebrate this victory Monday, I had to bring in my homegirl. Because we're going to celebrate things and have fun tonight. So with further ado, I'd like to welcome to the CFO channel my girl, Ruth, the truth. What's going on, Ruth?
Let's freaking go!
Let's go. I know you were just as turned up yesterday as I am. A lot of Cowboys fans were turned up. Listen, man. Yesterday was a big win. And I don't care what people say. It was just the Vikings. Because if you caught my pregame, so I do a fan-to-fan network, guys, every Sunday morning with me, a bunch of guys around the NFL. And I went on yesterday and kind of give my morning analysis, how I felt like it's going to be a close game. And Dalvin Cook is one of my favorite running backs in the NFL. Then the Vikings guy comes on. And he's just talking reckless. He's just like, you guys are gonna regret passing on Coach Zimmer. Dalvin Cook's gonna do this. The Cowboys are 2-7. You guys are a pitiful franchise and organization. You're an embarrassment. I'm just like, all right. So Tuck had to put the hoodie on yesterday, and I turned up a bit, man. And I told him, no one really talks about the Minnesota Vikings besides Lizzo. If it wasn't for Lizzo, nobody even know about the Minnesota Vikings. And so here we are, victorious, and that guy, he's not picking up the phone, can't talk to him. It is what it is. But I'm so happy the Dallas Cowboys showed up and showed out yesterday. Ruth, how are you feeling?
Yo, I'm feeling amazing. I didn't get to catch the game like sitting on my couch eating popcorn like I wanted to because I knew it was going to be a showdown. I knew it wasn't going to be an easy win, but we were able to get it done. And to the Vikings fan that you were going on video with the other day, homeboy was out of his mind. So I'm glad the Dallas Cowboys showed up, regardless of how the game went down or how we won. We got the dub. Because at the end of the day, when you get a win, you don't sit there and be like, oh, it was this team. Oh, it was that. At the end of the day, when the regular season's over, you count up your wins, you count up your losses, and that's what counts.
Right, exactly.
So win the win.
Exactly. This is professional football. Every team comes to play. Everybody has talent. Because we knew before the game started, this Minnesota team, with their offensive package with Dalvin Cook, one of my favorite running backs, we see what Justin Jefferson's doing as a rookie. You also had Adam Thielen, Kyle Rudolph, and Kirk Cousins as a formidable quarterback. they were going to come to play. This wasn't a pushover team. This wasn't the Jets or anyone. This was a team who was on a 3-game winning streak, and we went on the road and we went heads up. And when I say the Dallas Cowboys went heads up, this was a Dallas Cowboys team we've all been wanting to see. I mean, from the defensive standpoint, there was a lot of collision. Leighton Vander Esch had blood all over his nose.
Right.
Donovan Wilson, the safety, he was coming down, making big plays after big plays. This was a tough physical game, and even when the Vikings fought back, the Cowboys did not fold. We ended up coming back and actually win the ball game. Now, I'm kind of in the same boat with you, Ruth, because yesterday I had the NFL Sunday ticket. And for some reason, I saw it was 4th and 6, and then Andy Dalton made the great throw to Amari Cooper. I'm excited. I'm jumping around. Okay, let's go. And then I get, your signal is not valid.
Loading screen at the worst time. I don't know why it happens to us.
Right, at the worst time. And so I'm scrambling. So I'm trying to redo my router and do my cables. That wasn't working. I went and grabbed my phone, wasn't getting the proper reception. I hopped online. And so shouts out to my guys from the Late Night Hype. They do a live commentary every game. I just jumped on with them. It's like, all right, what's happening? And so the Dallas Cowboys ended up winning that game. So I'm ecstatic as a Dallas Cowboys fan. And a lot of Dallas Cowboys fans, you should be too, because I've been speaking for this in a while, Ruth. You know, we went back to the Philadelphia game and then also the Steelers game. And a lot of people say in sports, there's no such thing as a moral victory. Moral victories do not count. But I feel like from where we were from that Washington game, when we looked like we just quit on the season, to what we looked like versus Philly, and also from the Steelers, I knew there was some upside with this season and that this team had some fight. And we finally seen it yesterday. It come together. So I got to ask you the question, because this is the hot topic right now. Are you team tank, Ruth? Or are you team, let's fight for the division and let's see what happens and let's prolong this thing on out? Don't let me down.
I'm never going to be tanking on this team. I'm always going to be riding for the Dallas Cowboys, regardless if we're having a winning season or not. I mean, as a Dallas Cowboys fan, everybody wants to rub in our faces that we haven't made it to the Super Bowl in over 2 decades. But guess what? We still rocking there because we ride or die. And this is a team that we want to ride for because we see potential. We see growth. We see a connection within this franchise that a lot of NFL teams can't even come close to. So, and with every game, we're getting better and better. I mean, we're on our 2nd string quarterback after losing Dak. That was detrimental to our season because we were already having difficulty on the defensive side of the ball. But I already knew that halfway through the season, the defense was going to get it together. They were going to be getting plenty of snaps during practice. Dak was going to run the ball down their throat and they were going to improve. So I wasn't worried about that. So when Dak went down, that was a dagger to my heart. That was a tough week, J Tuck.
That was hard.
I didn't even care that we won that game. Like I still felt like we lost regardless of that. Like, and people want to say like, Dak's going to be gone after this season. Like he ain't re-signing with the Cowboys. And I hope that to not be true, but you never know when it comes to the NFL, and you never really know what's going on in Jerry world. So I'm hoping that Dak Prescott comes back because I feel like that is our future right there.
Yeah, absolutely. And shouts out to my guy, the Lunatic. And I said this yesterday on the pre-morning show. The Dallas Cowboys aren't a bad team. We just don't have our starting quarterback. I feel like a lot of these games. So you say, for instance, we played the Steelers, right? If we had Dak Prescott, I'm feeling confident we can beat the Pittsburgh Steelers. I'm feeling confident.
Well, were you upset with the play of Garrett Gilbert? Because I had the privilege of following him when he was in the AAF, and then he got signed as the backup for Cleveland last year, and then he came to Dallas. So I followed a little bit of his career, and I've always seen him as an electric player on the field, and his football IQ is definitely there. And I remember telling you on Twitter, whether it was going to be between what was the other quarterback that was whether it was going to be Ben DiNucci or Garrett Gilbert, or no, there was another one that they have.
We brought back Cooper Rush too.
Yeah, Cooper Rush. So I was like, they need to try Garrett out. And when he came out guns blazing against the Steelers, I was feeling really confident with moving forward with him. So bringing back Andy Dalton, I was kind of a little bit shaky about that. But I think the bye week definitely did us some justice and gave them some extra snaps during practice, because I was satisfied with the way Dalton played last night,
Yeah,
yesterday.
absolutely. Hats off to Andy Dalton. Shouts out to my guy, Cowboys fan talk, Ron. Like, he was pro Andy Dalton coming back, and I was like, after the Steelers game, I was like, let's just roll with Garrett Gilbert because he did give us a spark. He did bring a lot to this offense, especially utilizing his legs. But Cowboys fam, yesterday we got a huge victory and something I've been preaching on the show for so long, Ruth, was getting Terrence Steele out of the lineup. And so once I saw on Twitter yesterday morning that Zach Martin will be starting at right tackle, Connor McGovern's going to be playing right guard, I was like, oh, we're coming to play. We're about to do this. And like I felt like with Andy Dalton back there, if you can keep Andy Dalton protected, we can see a different Andy Dalton. I think what we saw versus Washington and also versus the Cardinals, Andy Dalton was running for his life, like because he was just getting constant pressure, and that's not a good Andy Dalton. But if you can keep Andy Dalton clean and give him time in the pocket, he can definitely utilize our weapons because we still do have a lot of these weapons in place, which we did see yesterday. And so.
Yo, I love how you have that catch up there with CeeDee Lamb because it makes me so happy to see that because I feel like that needs to be posted everywhere.
Yeah, so
Rookie of the year, offensive player of the year, right here. Like, look at that.
According to the Vikings guy, you guys messed up on not drafting Justin Jefferson and I was like, bro, just calm down.
Right, yeah, we ain't worried about our draft picks
we're
right
not
now.
worried about
really
our draft picks. So when Andy Dalton threw that play, I was like, oh my God, CeeDee Lamb was wide open, you overthrew it, and then it was like, oh my God, he caught it. Like, I did not understand what CeeDee Lamb did, but I talked to George Teague on Twitter, and shouts out to my guy George Teague, the protector of the star. CeeDee Lamb, he practices these difficult catches constantly. He says like when he trains, he has his team just throw him horrible passes, which will be a pretty sweet job to have, to be honest with you.
Yo, I can do that all day. I mean, I got a pretty good arm, but I can fake it.
Yeah, those horrible passes. And so he focuses on making these plays constantly. So he said it becomes second nature to him because he felt like I wouldn't even known how to twist my body, but you saw how he twisted his body, kicked off his left foot, and still extended to make that play. Like, that's muscle memory. That's the things that great wide receivers have. And I keep telling people, CeeDee Lamb isn't just a great rookie wide receiver. He's a great NFL wide receiver already. Like, I'm really to toss him into that. You know, granted, there's still a lot of upside for him, but the trajectory that he's on right now, CeeDee Lamb is going to be one of the elite wide receivers in the NFL, point blank. But that
absolutely, he's not wearing 88 for no reason.
Yeah,
for no reason at all. He's taken on that persona of Des Bryant and the following players that have worn that jersey number, and he's going to continue the legacy.
Exactly. My one knock on CeeDee Lamb, but granted the Cowboys aren't going to listen to me. Please take him off a punt return. Like, yes. I'm just like,
that is such a risk for no reason.
Right. I'm just like, get him off a punt return or just fair catch it. Every time he returns a punt, I'm just like, no. Please, somebody put Cedric Wilson back there, somebody else back there on a punt returns. But CeeDee Lamb is definitely that guy. And the one thing I can say about these Dallas Cowboys weapons, whether it's Michael Gallup or Amari Cooper or CeeDee Lamb or Zeke, when their number is called, they pretty much step up and make the play. And that's a good thing to have, especially when you have our second string quarterback. But let's talk about this, Ruth, because me and you were extremely vocal early when it comes to Mike McCarthy. And so yes. Mike McCarthy, I must admit, I got to apologize slightly. You did kind of tick me off earlier in the season, but
yeah, he ain't out the woods yet.
Yeah. I mean, you kind of won me over just a little bit, man, but it's kind of on a game-to-game basis. But what's your thoughts on Mike McCarthy right now, Ruth?
So I was extremely excited to have this head coach join our franchise. I thought it was a good move by us. I wasn't upset by it, but the way he started off the season was a little bit shaky. But I mean, that's expected when you're coming into a new building, a new team. I mean, obviously he's bringing the coaches that he wants to help develop his players, but it was a little bit shaky. But I knew things were it's gonna take time. Nothing happens overnight. So at this point, you know, with the game that he performed last night and the play calling between him and his offensive coordinator and the defensive coordinator, I'm okay with it right now. I'm gonna keep rocking with it. I'm not gonna call any bad shots until the end of the season. when I could look overall with how he performed and then
Mhm.
make a judgment call from there. But
Yeah.
so far, I'm gonna keep rocking with him.
Exactly, because here's my thing, guys. When I was talking about let's move on from Mike McCarthy, we were at the stage, and this was post Washington game. I'm feeling like if he cannot rally this locker room, and he's already lost this locker room, we've seen no adjustments being made, no one's
Mhm.
being called out. Then what value do you really bring us as a Dallas Cowboys head coach, especially if you're not calling your plays? But after that game, maybe he heard me. He got rid of Don Terry Poe. We saw Daryl Worley go. We saw Everson
Clinton
Giffen getting
Dix.
traded. Yeah, those type of players are starting to get moved out, and we went back to our core guys. And so I felt like there's some continuity that changed. And so even making the change from moving Zach Martin to right tackle yesterday, I was like, okay, that shows me that you see what we're all seeing, that we're all paying
Right.
attention to, and saying this is a problem. Why aren't you
Mhm.
addressing it? So he finally addressed it. Now, there are some other problems that we still need to address. I'm not sure, guys. Let me know in the chat. Was Randy Gregory really sick yesterday? But Doris Armstrong had quite a few snaps yesterday. And I was like, I would like to see Randy Gregory out there. But for the most part, I really didn't have any complaints with Mike McCarthy and his coaching staff, except, except. We've all been beaten on the table for Reggie Robinson to get on the field. Well, we got a Robinson out there yesterday at corner, but it was Rashard Robinson. And I'm just like, okay, Rashard Robinson's out there, but why is he one-on-one with Adam Thielen? That doesn't make
Ooh,
sense. I was
Adam
like,
Thielen was a dagger in our chest in yesterday's game, and I felt like there needed to be a little bit more adjustments when it came to how they were confronting the problem when it came to Adam Thielen. He just seemed to be wide open way too much. He was beating his defender right off the line of scrimmage, and it was just a little discouraging how he was able to just run up and down. Because I mean, I'll give the credit to Adam Thielen where it's due. He's obviously an elite in the NFL, but
Mhm.
he kind of danced around us a little bit too much yesterday.
oh yeah, and he wasn't getting the proper matchup. I mean, like I said, you put Rashard Robinson on Adam Thielen, I'm taking that matchup all day. And then we finally seen Justin Jefferson get loose for the big play. But that's what I'm saying. That's where things looked differently yesterday, because even when that happened, we were resilient, we gathered ourselves, and we just marched down the field and we struck back at the opportune time. So that's a
Mhm.
very positive thing to see with the Dallas Cowboys. I mean, because we really haven't seen a complete game. Like, granted, there was a lot of lapses on defense, but defense did step up and make a lot of plays early. I feel like
Yep.
Mike Nolan did dial back the pressure a little bit from what we originally saw, but still, like, if I'm complaining about yesterday's game, I'm nitpicking it. Even if we would have lost yesterday, I was still proud of the product that we put on the field. So,
Yeah.
what is your
Absolutely. And Zeke showed up.
and Zeke showed
Finally,
feed
Zeke
Zeke,
showed up because
feed
as
Zeke.
soon as we lost Dak Prescott, I said, Ezekiel Elliott, you need to show up. This
Mhm.
is your time to shine. You got the bag. Everybody's putting your trust in you. You were talking all this, all this noise in the offseason about you getting a low Madden rating or people not putting you in the top 10 in the NFL. You needed to perform this season overall. Like this
Mhm.
this was your season to like show out to the world. So he's been shaky the past couple games, but I mean, he had 21 carries for 103 yards. He was averaging 4.9 a carry. So
Right.
I'm happy that he's, at least hitting that 100-yard mark as he
Yeah,
should.
Zeke looked
No
comfortable,
excuses.
and I felt like Zeke needed the bye week the most. I feel like Zeke needed to just get away, clear his head, and also you saw on Zeke's Instagram he posted just running behind Zach Martin, and that's what I've been saying, man. You just find Zach Martin and you just run behind him. But Zeke was he looked a lot more comfortable yesterday. We saw the big play where he broke. That was due to the O line, but a lot of it was due to the patience that Ezekiel Elliott showed on that run play. He went, he made his read, he saw the hole open up, he did a cut back and had the big burst. And finally, y'all, also Tony Pollard. So we seen
Yep.
Mike McCarthy finally commit to the run game, and it opened up so much and it took the pressure off of Andy Dalton. So Cowboys fam, like I said, get your running shoes. I feel like we're about to go on a run. So Ruth, tell me a
Yep.
little bit. How do you feel about the rest of the season? Where can the Cowboys really make improvement? And do we really have a chance to make the playoffs?
Okay, I mean, the rest of our schedule is looking a little iffy. We got the Washington football team next week. We're playing them at home. I'm expecting them to really, really, really put put your foot on their neck during this game because we need to come back after that Washington loss earlier in the season. Then we got the Ravens, which I know is going to be a tough matchup, but I know our defense needs to be studying film because,
Mhm.
as the NFL has already proven, Lamar Jackson's offense can be picked apart. You just need to study and get a game plan going. So I'm
Mhm.
expecting Mike Nolan to really be put to the test in that Baltimore Ravens game. The Bengals game, I mean, they just lost Joe Burrow. So it's looking like we could run away with that, but we are playing in Cincinnati. I'm
Right.
actually hoping to be at that game, and I am so excited because it will be my first Dallas Cowboys game. So if all things fall through
Fingers
as they
crossed.
should, I will be at that Bengals game. Super excited about that. And then we're going to be facing the 49ers, who are obviously riddled with a lot of injuries. I know Nick Mullen, their second string quarterback, has shown a little glimpse of faith for the team, but I don't think it's going to be enough against our Dallas Cowboys. And then we got the Eagles again. Now,
Mhm.
I'm expecting this Eagles game to really, really show why we deserve to win this division because I mean it's the NFC least. Let's be honest; it's up for the grabs. I think we're in a three-way tie
Right.
for second place, and then we have the Eagles sitting at first place, but it's only because they have a tie. They're what 3-6-1,
Mhm.
so it's up for the grabs. So I'm hoping that the Eagles game, December 27th, is just going to be Christmas all over again. I'm excited, but I'm hoping that we keep improving. I feel like we're on the right track, and like you said, we got our running shoes on. So Cowboys fans, buckle up,
Buckle up. We are about to go on a run. And I feel
buckle
that.
up,
I feel that.
Buttercup. Let's go.
And we almost got exciting news. I'm not sure when it possibly going to happen, but Mike McCarthy says he sees Trevon Diggs possibly returning back this season. So if we're able to get Diggs back at corner, that could help a lot because, like I said, whoever Rashad Robinson was, you got to go, bro. Like you got,
Yeah, it's not it.
you got to
It's
go.
not it.
You got to go. You got to go.
Trevon Diggs also needs to improve. So I'm hoping that him coming back, he's ready to really put the guns blazing because it's time to shine.
Right, exactly. So Ruth's my girl, man. I know she's one of the busiest people in this thing, so she has another show to hop on. So I'm not gonna keep her all night. But for the
Yo,
people,
but I know. Hold on. Before you let me go, I need to brag about.
Okay, go ahead. The floor is yours. Go ahead, do your thing.
So I'm so proud of this. I got my first NFL football, and it's signed by Tony Romo, and I had to put it in a nice case because that's how big of a fan I am. Because as you know, I became a Dallas Cowboys fan because of Tony Romo when I was at a younger age. Yeah, I mean that might not be our best quarterback, and everybody's like, really, Tony Romo? But he brought me into the Cowboys fans only, so I'm all about it. I'm really proud of this ball.
And then you
But
also
yes,
have to
you can catch me.
show him the back of the jersey too.
Fresh. Look at the new bread.
The truth, right.
Yes, that means that I can wear this jersey whenever and it'll always be relevant.
Right, exactly. So yeah,
That's the
go
whole
ahead
point
and
of
tell
this.
everybody where they can find you.
All right, so I'm a busy gal, as everyone knows. You can find me on the Martin Grammatica Show. I am the new host and analyst for that network. It's for zliving.com. You can catch me 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, Monday through Friday. I also have a sports podcast on Wednesdays, one called Beauty in the Cleats, where it's me and another female host who also loves sports just as much as I do. She's a Jags fan. We'll accept that. But
Exactly.
we have a great show going on every Wednesday night. And then following right after Beauty and the Cleats, I have the Tom Gronkowski Show, which is a show where I strictly talk about Tom Brady, Rob Gronkowski, and their move from the Beantown to the Bay. Monday nights, you can catch me on Sports Arena at 10 p.m. and Set the Sails at 8 o'clock.
Busy. She is a
I'm
grinder.
on a mission.
She's on a
This
mission.
quarantine put a fire under my booty, and I'm not gonna stop. I'm gonna keep riding this wave because I'm on cloud 9 right now.
Right. And
I appreciate everybody following me. Make sure to go to my Twitter, and I will follow back. I promise.
Right. Ruth is going big places, man. You see
Right.
that meme of like Leonardo DiCaprio, like, and he's sitting back and he's pointing. One day that's gonna be us because I'm gonna sit back and see Ruth on ESPN. I'll be like, that's my girl. That's my girl Ruth on ESPN.
Yes, that's the goal. That's the goal. I'm not stopping till I get there. I'm telling you. I'm gonna be the Doris Burke. I'm telling you. The next one.
Exactly. Well, I appreciate you for stopping by. Like I said, I know you gotta get to other places. So chat, stick around because y'all gonna be stuck with me. We're gonna answer these questions in the chat. We're gonna keep it lit, keep it going, because it's Victory Monday.
Thanks for having me,
No
Jay.
problem, Ruth.
Keep doing your thing, man. So proud of you. Thanks for having me on.
Appreciate you. All right, chat. So y'all stuck with me now. So let's see what's going on in the chat. Let's see what the chat's talking about. Oh, keeping it popping. I see the Eagles chirping. Shouts out to my guy, the Lunatics. Go Cowboys. What's up, bro? King. Oh, he had changed his name to King. King Jim Swartz now. What does the King mean, bro? We King now? What's up, my bro? Shouts out to my boy Carlos. What's up, yo? Is Zeke back or was the defense trash? No, I think Zeke is really back. I don't think it was really all just the Vikings defense being trash. I feel like what happened yesterday with Zeke, like I said, the bye week was great for Zeke. And also the adjustments on the offensive line, getting Terrence Steele out of there and using Connor McGovern at the right guard was a move we've been talking about. Now, personally, I was just going to move Connor Williams to right tackle and then move Connor McGovern to left guard. But it is what it is. I'm not going to be complaining after what I saw yesterday, so I'm definitely going to take that with a grain of salt. But I feel like Ezekiel Elliott played a lot better yesterday, and he's starting just to calm down. I feel like earlier on, with all the fumbles and then also his playing from behind, it really froze Zeke out. And so right now, he's just clearing his head, taking his time, taking what the defense gives him, and he looked great yesterday. I know a lot of people want to say he's fallen off. He hasn't fallen off, man. He's got to figure things out a little bit. Let's see. Yeah, King Swartz says, Tuck is happy. You damn right I'm happy. One, because the Cowboys won. Two, we still playing for first place in that division. What's up, Philly Notion? You know what to do, Philly Notion. Ring, check. Win, check. Belt, check. We're going to talk about Carson Wentz. We're going to talk about Carson Wentz, but shouts out to my guy, Philly Notion, man. Moving the chains. What's up, girl? I see you, man. I appreciate you. Appreciate you for all you do, for joining in. Also, go out and check out her blog, man. She be putting in that work. She be putting that work, man. So definitely check out her blog. She got a lot of great Cowboys insight. Let's see what else is going on in the chat. Fully Notion. Let's see. Terrence Steele. What are y'all talking about? Eagles fans, man. Y'all are so... Eagles fans, talk to me. Are y'all nervous? Are y'all nervous, man? I feel like y'all getting a little nervous right now because them Cowboys are on your heels, man. It was so sweet. And here's the problem with y'all Eagles fans, man. Y'all had every opportunity just to take this division and run with it, and you fumbled it. That's not our fault. That's not our fault, man. The Eagles fans, y'all had the opportunity to take this division and just take off with it. You fumbled it. And so here we are, but we'll see what happens. It's going to be a photo finish, man. Honestly, like I've been saying, the Cowboys and the Eagles don't deserve to win this division. I personally wouldn't be opposed if the Giants or Washington did win it. Let these young guys who actually came out there and played every day and did what they had to do win it. But since we're here, let's go Cowboys. Shout out to my guy, Mo. What's up, Mo? He said, don't forget Schultz. He's doing his job. Yes, Schultz is playing great. And here's what I want to say, y'all. Think about this. Like, close your eyes and imagine, right? We get Dak Prescott back. We get Lyle Collins back. We get Tyron Smith back. We get Dalton Schultz back. And we get Blake Jarwin back. That's scary. To get what the experience that Dalton Schultz is getting right now, if you add him and Blake Jarwin, woo, getting hot in here. Let's see. Shout out to my guy Sid. She-Go's lost with the full squad. What's the excuse they have? None for Wentz. Wentz sucks. I don't want to say Wentz sucks, but he's not performing up to their expectations. So they got some decisions to make there in Philly. Let's see. Give Dalton time, an efficient running game, and he's enough for this division. Anything after that is cake. Yes, and that's what I've been trying to say. A lot of people are on this team tank thing. We should lose on purpose. You never know what happens in the playoffs. By the time we get to the playoffs, especially with all the injuries and different things happening throughout the NFL, we might be playing, one team without their starting quarterback. You never know. So, granted, do I think the Dallas Cowboys right now could go on a Super Bowl run? But damn it, the Eagles fans didn't think they probably could go on a Super Bowl run when Carson Wentz went down. They had Nick Foles as the quarterback. So, anything can happen. But here's what you have to understand, y'all. When you play the game of football, it's not like basketball. You can't just half-ass kind of just play and just go with the motions when you play the game of football because, one, these players are putting their life on the line every time they put those pads on. So anything can happen. We've seen what happened with Joe Burrow yesterday. We've seen what happened with Dak Prescott. We've seen what's happening around the NFL. A lot of these players are putting their health at risk anytime you step on the field. So that's one, why teams players are never going to go out there and just half-ass and lose on purpose. Two, the money. It's not built like the NFL. Or sorry, like the NBA. NBA players, they get these guaranteed contracts, and so it's okay if the Philadelphia Sixers want to tank a little bit. You've been paid your money. You're guaranteed. A lot of these players out there in the NFL, they're foaming at the mouth trying to get their next payday. And so they're not going to tank and lose on purpose. They're going to give their effort, give or take. And what I was saying on Twitter earlier today, you have to take into consideration, right? The Dallas Cowboys, even with Dak Prescott hurt and with the injuries that we have, we still have enough talent on this team that we were going to trip and fall into a few wins just off of principle. There was eventually going to be a game where Ezekiel Elliott just finally had a breakthrough and rushed for 120, 130 and had 2 touchdowns. It's just with the talent that we have surrounding us, it was going to happen. So that's why I was never really on that team tank thing. The only reason I started thinking about the draft is because at that time and place, it felt like this team had no fight and they quit. But once things started to come around, like I said, for that Philly game, it lit a fire up under this team, and I feel like we have a lot of momentum, especially going into the trenches of the season, because here we go into the dark days of the NFL season, and our running game is just getting started. So if Mike McCarthy sits back and says, you know what, I like what I saw yesterday from Ezekiel Elliott and also Tony Pollard, we're going to come out and do that again. I'm fully confident with this O-line as is, as long as there's no changes, that we can continue this momentum. Andy Dalton, you don't have to be a hero. Just get the ball to our playmakers and let them make plays. And that's exactly what the formula was yesterday. We put up 31 points yesterday with Andy Dalton. So I'm excited about this rest of the season, y'all. I'm not Team Tank. And I know Twitter's like Team Tank, top 5 pick. Listen, I follow a lot of y'all. I follow all Dallas Cowboys fans back for the most part when it comes to football. Y'all do not watch college football like that. Let's be honest. I see y'all tweets on Saturday. Y'all did not watch college football like that. So you don't know who's in these mock drafts. You don't know. You're going off of this Patrick Surtain and all this stuff because it's what you hear through Mel Kiper. You don't see it with your only eyes. So right now, Team Tank, chill out. Enjoy these victories. Enjoy your victory Monday, and hopefully the Dallas Cowboys have a lot more coming, man. But I'm just not a fan of losing. Who wants to be a loser? I'm a competitive guy. Ask my wife. There's been nights I've been pissed off losing a Madden game where I couldn't go to sleep because I lost the Madden game, and that's a video game. I don't like losing. I know the players on this team don't like losing. The Dallas Cowboys fans, we don't like losing. So Team Tank, guys got to chill for a little bit. Lunatic has a question. What do you think they are not seeing from Minai and Robinson to trust them to make them active? I don't know, bro. And that's a good question because, like, it must be something that's practice related that whenever they get the reps, they're just not seeing it. I just don't know because, like I said, when I saw Robinson out there yesterday, I was like, I thought Reggie Robinson was inactive, but apparently it was Rashard Robinson. So for some reason, that those two are the two rookies that are not getting the opportunity. Because I want to say this, y'all, and Sid, this is kind of your guy, the Canadian guy. Neville Gallimore is becoming a man right before our eyes. He really is. Like, Neville Gallimore is turning into a beast right in front of us, man. And so we are starting to see some of these rookies emerge. And so there's just two that remains that we haven't seen get their opportunity. So maybe next year will be more of the year. Shouts out to my guy, Skywalker Still, man. Salute, man. Definitely hit up my guy, man. He's like me, man. He was watching the show yesterday, and he was excited about the win because he's not a loser. He wants to win. You know how hard this is coming and talking every Sunday, every Monday, every Tuesday, every Wednesday after a loss, getting blown out. I got Eagles fans talking. I got Cardinals fans. I even got the Vikings guy on my morning show talking reckless to me. Nah, bro. I want to get back to winning, man. I want to get back to winning Dallas Cowboys football, and I feel like we're fully capable, man. Yeah, Gallimore played great, man. From a defensive line perspective, I mean, everyone played great. Jalen Smith had a few plays, but there's still the gray area with Jalen Smith. And here's the exciting thing for y'all, and I just said this in my guy Skywalker's chat. Leighton Vander Esch, it feels like that collarbone, that neck is good, knock on wood, because he was banging out full collision yesterday. Like, there was no hesitation. He was laying his helmet down. He was going full throttle. And some of those hits, I was just like, all right, you know what I'm saying? Like, but it feels like Leighton Vander Esch is fully healthy, man. So he is able to give us a lot of quality when it comes to that middle linebacker position that we were lacking when he was out. And so Leighton Vander Esch, and then also, Uva, Donovan Wilson, man. Donovan Wilson, salute to you, bro. Gold star. Donovan Wilson, you're welcome to the Thanksgiving cookout, man. Beers are in the fridge, man. Grab you a plate. Do whatever you got to do, man. Enjoy your time. Donovan Wilson, you, bruh. And I'm a Dalvin Cook guy. You guys know I'm a Dalvin Cook fan. But when he laid that hit on Dalvin Cook, bro, I jumped out of my seat. Like, that's what I've been craving for as a Dallas Cowboys fan. Some hard-hitting action when it comes to our defense. And I feel like our defense across the board yesterday, they were coming to hit. So I don't know. Right, the lunatic. I don't know if it was the Mike McCarthy Gallagher speech, smashing hammers. If Mike McCarthy needs some more watermelons or whatnot, we're gonna do a watermelon drive and just load them up in Frisco, smash watermelons, smash turkeys. If that's the result that I get what I saw yesterday, smash whatever you want in that building. But this defense, they came to play. I think they had a chip on their shoulder. And they really showed up and showed out, especially in the first half. The first half yesterday was by far the best half of Dallas Cowboys football that we've seen all season, and that's including when we had Dak Prescott. Let's see here. Dallas is always behind the ball. We've been talking about these moves back in late September. I know, bro. I know. I know. And that's the frustrating part. It's like, Connor McGovern, he played pretty solid at right guard. You think? Oh, we finally pulled out Terrence Steele and put Zach Martin at right tackle. Okay. Oh, we finally got rid of Don Terry Poe and Everson. I mean, damn, bro. Like, and that's been my frustration, man. It's like, we see it. Do y'all not have the same film that we see? Like, bro, Terrence Steele was getting dog walked every game. The one game that our offensive line actually held up and played well was the one game he had food poisoning. I'm like, geez. But yeah, and on the defensive side of the ball, man, like DeMarcus Lawrence, hats off to you. DeMarcus Lawrence looked solid out there. He looked solid. And DeMarcus Lawrence looked a lot more comfortable standing up. So hats off to you. I know, earlier in the season, he looked very unnatural, but his get-offs were there. His hand movement was there. He was like, he was playing lights out yesterday. And that's what I'm saying. When it comes to DeMarcus Lawrence, I don't need you to be a sack daddy. I just need you to be havoc. Just havoc. And yesterday, DeMarcus Lawrence was causing havoc. And like I said, the one thing that I thought about yesterday was just saw a little too much Dorrance Armstrong, but maybe something was wrong with Randy Gregory yesterday. I feel like there had to be, because that's the only reason why it made sense. Now, it is Randy Gregory's birthday, so maybe he had a little, shindig or party, or I don't know what the hell going on. But Randy Gregory definitely didn't get the reps that I thought he would. But the defensive line did earlier on. They had pressure, but they were active, man. And when you watch the defensive line, you just want to see activity. You want to see motor. You want to see passion. You want to see effort. And I seen that yesterday. Yeah, shout out to my guy Mike Tag. Mike Tag, the hype man. We definitely got to bring you back, bro. My guy Mike Tag, definitely check him out. He brings the hype. He's another Cowboys fan that has no quit, man. No quit. We're not quitting. You hear that, Philly Notion, man? We're not quitting, man. Yeah. So what Philly Notion say? Give Mike Nolan extension 100. Yeah, give Mike Nolan extension. And you give Carson Wentz extension. And Philly Notion, go ahead and comment, bro. Who is number 85 on Philly? Because if you watch that first interception from Carson Wentz, and you watch number 85, that is the most pathetic chase down tackle I've ever seen in my entire life watching NFL football, man. Like it was just horrible. Shouts out to my guy Sofo Jonathan. What's up, bro, man? Cowboys win. I told you, don't stop believing. Don't stop believing, Cowboys fam. Like, I told you, man. I told you. There was a lot of good opportunities out there, man, and the Dallas Cowboys made plays. Like I said, there's still some things we have to tighten up. I'm not really sure. I haven't watched the film fully on what happened on that big Jefferson play. But also on the Adam Thielen plays, you just can't put Rashard Robinson out there on Adam Thielen. I mean that was just Thanksgiving cooking, man. Like that's easy cooking. That's what Shaq calls barbecue chicken. I'm sure Adam Thielen like, look, who the hell is this guy? Yeah, Cousins. Here, give me the ball, bro. Just give me the ball. And you saw that one play, especially in the red zone, like Adam Thielen ran an out route and just chopped that boy up, and he spun all back around and whatnot. Nah, you do not put that kid on Adam Thielen. Adam Thielen is one of the top receivers in the NFL. Nah, you just don't do that, man. Yeah, man, he says we are not done yet. I do not think the Dallas Cowboys are done yet. Because like I said, the Eagles had their opportunity to make their run. They didn't. And honestly, I thought the Eagles would. But here's the thing about the Cowboys, the Eagles, NFC East. We never show up until our back's fully against the wall, right? Because I feel like if the Dallas Cowboys have had Dak Prescott, and let's say we were going on a 4-0 run, so would Philly. I feel like there was never a sense of urgency right now with these two teams, and it kind of just been, it is what it is. It is what it is. It is what it is. So I feel like right now, one of these two teams are going to take a leap. The difference is our schedule gets easier, y'all's get more difficult. So best of luck. Mo says Thielen got COVID now, so maybe that's why. Maybe that's why Robinson didn't want to cover Adam Thielen. It all makes sense because he had the COVID. He was social distancing, getting cooked. Wentz might be benched soon. I don't know, man. And here's the thing, man. We have a group. Shouts out to Philly Notion, Philly Podcast, like all my guys, man. We have a group chat, and it's probably the funniest group chat on the planet for all us Cowboys guys and Eagles guys, and we go at it. It sounds like Doug Peterson's going to just ride on out with Carson Wentz, and it is what it is. Moving in chains, she said, I knew watching Monday Night Football last week that containing Cook, Thielen, and Jefferson would be tough, and we couldn't make Chicago's mistakes and put everything on Cook, and the other two would get us. Yeah, and that's the thing. Dalvin Cook is so dynamic that you have to get, he's the first priority. And what the Minnesota Vikings did do yesterday is they were very balanced, and they kept running the play action. They kept running those different looks because they had us creeping up, and they had those wide receivers. The same thing they were doing to us was pretty much the same thing, though, we were doing to them. So it was kind of a mirror match. And I said that yesterday, as far as the Dallas Cowboys and the Minnesota Vikings, it was pretty much a mirror match. Because if you think about it, can you honestly say Kirk Cousins is here and Andy Dalton is here? You really can't say that. It's pretty much, I'll give Kirk Cousins a slight nod over Andy Dalton, but it's really not that much of an edge. So you think of the run game, Cook, Zeke, the wide receivers, Justin Jefferson, CeeDee Lamb, Adam Thielen, Amari Cooper. It's very similar when it comes to our offense. So it was pretty much a mirror game. The defenses, they're young on defense, but they gave up a lot of big plays. We're young on defense. We gave up a lot of big plays. So yesterday was a fair match. And that's what I was trying to say to the Vikings guy. Let's not act like y'all the Steelers, man. Y'all were started off 1-5 too, and y'all been, going back and forth. Y'all just now got hot. So let's not pump our chest out. Let's see. I disagree. Wentz looked horrible. That O-line giving him PTSD. I don't know what's up with Carson Wentz, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I expected a lot better from Carson Wentz, especially at this time in his career. Like, he's been in the NFL long enough. He shouldn't make the type of mistakes that he's making. It is what it is, but I really don't care. Continue to make those mistakes, Carson Wentz, because we appreciate you. And like I said, Carson Wentz is fully responsible for what we see today with this Dallas Cowboys team. Because you think about it, when did this defense actually start getting their momentum? It was first Carson Wentz. So he kind of had that little slump buster game versus Carson Wentz. And so Carson Wentz, we appreciate you. Now the Dallas Cowboys hot boys are back, hopefully. But we're going to talk about it this week, Cowboys fan. But this Washington game, we can't take it lightly. But I will say this. I expect the Dallas Cowboys team to show more fight on Thursday night's game or Thursday's game versus the Washington football team than they even showed against the Vikings. And the reason why I said that, you think about the Washington game, this was the game where they actually got their manhood checked, right? So they remember that. They remember this was the game that Andy Dalton got hit. They remember this defensive line coming full blast at Andy Dalton punching our offensive line in the face. So I expect to see a vicious Dallas Cowboys team to come back and play blazing on Thursday. So hopefully they don't ruin our holiday, man. Hopefully they don't, man. But I feel like we have a good chance to beat Washington. We'll dive in this week and break everything down. I have a few Washington football guys coming on, so we'll definitely get that inside view of what they're thinking. But the season's up for grabs, man. Philly fans, the season's up for grabs. And I feel like right now, man, the Dallas Cowboys are in position to really grab it, man. Yeah, Mike Tag, bro. I fully agree. I think we will see something. I feel like not a cheap shot, but someone's gonna get their head right from the Washington team. I can guarantee that it's gonna happen. So whoever, and I forgot who the guy was that made the hit. I expect him to either get cut, a chop block, something's going to happen on Thursday, which I'm all fully for, especially now that we got, number 70 back out there. We're going to show a lot more fight on Thursday than we did that first game. So, yeah, we got our grills kicked in, Washington football team. I won't take likely at all. I expect them, especially on AT&T Stadium, Thanksgiving, everyone's watching, man. They know what happened. They know we got beat up. And like, even the Cardinals game, we just got blown out the Cardinals game. But the Washington game, we really just got punched in the mouth and just bullied the entire game. So I feel like the Cowboys, when they're sitting back watching the film, they're like, nah, that's not going to go down. So I expect another big game from Ezekiel Elliott. And now the main thing is, can this offensive line maintain what they did against the Vikings versus this Washington front line? But I feel confident. And I also got to give a kudos to another guy who, shouts out to my guy Nix. We were on him pretty heavily this offseason. Cam Irving, you have played well at left tackle thus far. Also, Connor Williams, you have played, well thus far. And so hopefully this offensive line can continue this momentum, continue to keep things moving and get things in motion. Because like I said, Cowboys fan, when I had my guy West Coast on here, the Dallas Cowboys are about to go on a run, man. I appreciate you guys. For you guys just now tuning into the channel for the very first time, comment, like, subscribe, share, turn the notification bell somewhere down there. Also go to CowboysFansOnly.com, CowboysFansOnly.com. I'm going to do a Black Friday giveaway for a discount code, man, and put a lot of the merch on Black Friday discount, man. So go ahead and get your merch. Look out for that. I'll probably launch that code on the next show. So you got to tune in to get that code, man. So I appreciate each and every one of you. Cowboys fam, you fired up. I'm fired up, man. Let's just continue to keep this thing going. Oh, well, I mean, y'all still got questions. Let's keep things burning. So Moving Chain said, Jay Tuck, do you think the chatter about the pay cut is enough to get Jalen to focus and stay on assignment? He's been like a kid with AD all season. Yeah, when it comes to Jalen Smith, I think we as Cowboys fans really need to just accept he is who he is, and that's just what he is. Like, I feel like if he hasn't calmed down in week 12 and still doing misassignments and misreads, playing poorly in pass coverage, this just who you are, bro. Like, Jalen Smith's been in the NFL for 4 years now. We've seen a lot of these issues continue to go, and sometimes you have to just accept that. Now, the one thing that saves Jalen Smith is that he's able to just use his athleticism to kind of be in the vicinity. Jalen Smith is often in the vicinity of the tackles, but sometimes it's not the right read, it's not the proper location. We saw that clearly yesterday. I mean, I really don't want to watch film on Jalen Smith anymore because it's obvious at this point. But it is what it is. As of right now, is what we have in place. And so I know the conversation came about the pay cut or maybe releasing Jalen Smith. If I had to bet on it, I would say neither when it comes to Jalen Smith. I don't think he's going to take a pay cut, and I don't think we're going to cut him. I think Jalen Smith, they just know who he is because, like I said, he's going to probably lead the team in tackles. He'll possibly be a Pro Bowler, and that'll be enough to kind of vouch what he is. So it is what it is. With this improved O-line, I like our offense and salute to Alex Smith, but we need to get hits on him and make him really comfortable. Yes, we have to put pressure on Alex Smith. And I'm an Alex Smith fan. Like I met Alex Smith a few times here in Kansas City. Great guy. But Alex Smith is known as a game manager. So if this is a game where he can just sit back and be comfortable, that's when Alex Smith is at his best. And he does have, McLaurin, Scary Terry, and Gibson and these guys. And so if he's able just to manage the game and do comfortable and play comfortable, it could be a long Thursday. But we have to, out the gate, just like we did with Kirk Cousins, even though it didn't last long, come out blazing when it comes towards Alex Smith. And I feel like that can cause a lot of issues, especially with their offense. Got any more trivia? Yeah, Mo, I think we're going to do a trivia soon, man. I think once we hit the 500 mark, we did a giveaway when we hit 300 and 400 subscribers. So once we get 500, so we got to get those likes up, we'll do another trivia for a free giveaway. But Mo, you can't win the trivia again, bro, can you? Well, we'll see. We'll see. Um, Question: our defense looked more like a 3-4 hybrid versus Minnesota than our regular 4-3. You think we'll play that often Thursday? Yeah, I think, bro. Right now we're going to more of the 3-4. Like I said, Demarcus Lawrence looked a lot more comfortable standing up. Randy Gregory's comfortable standing up. Alden Smith's comfortable standing up. So I think that's the goal, is to kind of go into the 3-4 hybrid moving forward. We're getting away from the 4-3 hand in the dirt style. We did see there's a few occasions where we saw the defensive linemen with the defense ends with their hand in the dirt, but I think traditionally we'll be more of a 3-4 hybrid, which is what Mike Nolan always wanted to do. I felt like Everson Griffin, he just didn't fit that scheme. So I feel like moving forward, especially when it comes to the draft, and I'm not going to talk about the draft right now on this show, because not what we do. We're not Team Tank, but I feel like we're going to start finding players to suit that need to fit this 3-4 hybrid, man. So, Cowboys fan, like I said, enjoy your victory Monday. Rejoice, relax in it. But tomorrow, we roll back up our sleeves and we get back to work and we get ready to beat Washington on Thanksgiving and get on this 2-game win streak, man. So I appreciate you all for joining in. Shouts out to my girl Ruth. Definitely check her out, y'all. Like I promise, like when it comes to this media thing, I've met a lot of people coming and going, doing, and I'm still new. I mean, what the hell am I talking about? But Ruth, she has that it factor, and you will turn on the TV one day and you'll see Ruth on ESPN or somewhere, because she definitely has it. So definitely follow Ruth, man. She's a supporter of the channel. She's one of us. She's a Cowboys fan, right with my girl Ruth, man. But I appreciate each and every one of y'all. Like I said, we got more shows lined up this week. We're gonna bring in some Washington guys, and we definitely gonna have a fun time. Eastside Herald late to the chat, man. Enjoy being 3-7 Cowgirls fans. You're damn right we're gonna enjoy being 3-7, because like I said yesterday, we have a chance to win the division. Does the Houston Texans have a chance? Nope. So get your mock drafts ready. So it's your boy J Tuck signing off. Everybody stay safe, stay blessed, stay encouraged. If I don't see you again before the Thanksgiving holiday, please be smart. Think about your family's health and their safety first. Just be thankful, rejoice,